most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Glad
Bob.
you agree with me, Brad. Let's switch names.
Why?
All right, today we're going to talk about 10 stretches you can do for low back and mid-back pain. These are just general stretches. We thought people would like to know what they are, you know, how to do them, Brad.
Sure.
And some of them you may know, some of them you may not. Let's get started.
I think a good thing to do is go through them, find the ones you like that feel good, stick with them.
I couldn't have said it better, Brad, myself, because that's true. Some of these, if they bother you, they should not hurt.
Right.
Let's make that a point first. You might, bump into a little pain, but you shouldn't really have a lot of pain with it.
Right. It should be a stretch pain, no sharp pain.
Right.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm going to start off with a rotational one, Brad. This is just a good one in the morning to warm up with. And this is good for most people, Brad.
Right.
So you're just going to bring your legs up like this, and you're just going to gently rotate back and forth. Now, if you're having pain, you might want to start off with smaller oscillations. Mm-hmm. And if you're having pain in one direction, but not the other, just work on that direction, and the pain-free direction.
The pain-free, correct.
So if I hurt this way, ow, 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 I'm going to work it this way. Mm-hmm. And eventually, this may be improved then.
Right, right.
Now, an advanced version of this, Brad, is to actually start on your side, like this, and actually to rotate over, rotate like this.
So you're getting more of a stretch.
Yeah, now this is even stretching it more when you bring your leg out like this.
Right.
This is a pretty aggressive stretch.
Right. Keep in mind these stretches, we're given stretches that vary from an athlete to someone who's just getting started after surgery. So take it out.
Yeah, so the more you bring the leg up and the more you go like this, the higher up in the back it goes and it stretches. Mm-hmm. So the opposite would be if I'd be like this and I'd go like this and stretch it like this.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, kind of an advanced stretch. All right, this one's good for arthritis, not really good for a disc problem, and that would be, single knee to chest, a stretch, and then working up to a double knee to chest, like this. Good for arthritis, but not really good for, like I said, a herniated disc or a disc problem.
Yeah, that's going to create pain. It may create leg pain. Big red flag, stop.
Right.
If you had a hip surgery, I would not do these unless you got permission from your surgeon or a therapist.
Right, I wouldn't be doing those at all after hip surgery.
Right.
But again, so you can kind of, pressure on, good long stretch, and then again, do good doubles. And sometimes we do a little bit of a pumping motion like this, Brad, to help get the discs a little nutrition.
Individual thing, if that feels good. I guess the next thing I wanted to mention, Bob, to all of our viewers, we're putting videos up every day now.
Right, every evening.
Every evening, right over here, there's a red button, subscribe. So subscribe to us, and we'd appreciate it. Yeah, you'll get more of this.
And it's free, and I'm not always as irritating as Brad. So, okay, let's start off with the next one, Brad. Do you want to do that one, Camel?
Yeah.
I've been doing all the work here.
Yeah, I know. I've been slacking. Okay, so on all fours, make sure your hands are wide apart and your knees are wide apart. Sometimes I have my patients say, bring your knees close together. So it's going to be like this, and we've discussed this, and we've had some feedback from viewers. Which is the cat? Which is the camel?
What are people saying?
I don't know. I don't really care. Who's the cat and who's the camel?
Now this one is really more for the mid-back, more than anything. This is a great one if you're getting pain, in through this region. Right. Interesting fact, Brad, a lot of times if you're having low back problems, you're going to feel it in the butt. If you're having pain in your low back, it might actually be coming from your mid-back.
Sure.
See that quite often.
Referral pain?
Yep, referred pain.
Okay, what's next, Bob?
All right, how about that downward dog?
Yep.
Okay, so I think that's what it's called. So you start, your legs are actually a lot of times a little more spread apart than that even, Brad?
Yeah.
A little bit like that, yep, and you're going to go down and you're just, this really stretches the back, doesn't it? Oh, Brad's losing his mic.
One thing I do want to mention is if you've got a herniated disc, you're not going to do this one.
Yeah, this probably wouldn't feel good on a herniated disc. I wouldn't say that for sure, Brad, because actually Mulligan, believe it or not, has him do it for a herniated disc.
Yeah, but I'd approach it with caution.
Yeah.
And see how it feels.
There's a whole theory. There's a whole theory why he does that. So, all right, why don't you go into extensions right away, Brad?
I'll let you do them.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
My back's not ready for that today.
All right. we're going to go ahead and do extensions. This is one that is actually a good one for a lot of people, except if you have spondylolisthesis like Brad.
Right.
Or if you, I don't know, there may be some other cases.
Stenosis.
Stenosis,
Right.
yeah, exactly. So what you're going to do is lay on your stomach. You put your hands beneath your shoulders like this, and you're going to press up. The idea here is that you're not lifting up your pelvis here.
Right.
You're keeping that down.
Right here, hold that down.
And then you're going to press up like this. Now, you're going to go as far as it allows. And again, pain, if it makes pain down your legs worse, you're going to stop.
Right.
If it gets a little bit worse in here, a little bit tight, that's fine. And eventually what you want to do is be able to get all the way up to here.
Sure. Here, I don't know if these people can see me, so I want to get in the picture here, Bob. So, yep, do that again, Bob. Nice and high. You know, and if you've got a back problem, or some people are just inherently tight, you may only get half this way.
Right.
But continue to work them as long as they should. A lot of people do them. They say, boy, that just feels good.
Well, can we show the advanced version of this?
Sure.
Brad? Why not? We include everything in here. That's why you want to subscribe.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to go ahead. You can take a sheet, a rolled up sheet like this.
I like to use a belt or a towel.
A belt works better.
Bob likes sheets.
You're going to lay down. You're going to put the sheet here, and put the sheet here underneath your hands.
Yeah, it looks like you got a diaper here, Bob. Well,
I'm not that far from that, Brad. All right, so now you're going to press up, and now you can put a little pressure on your back while you're doing this, and you can move it up and down a little bit,
right,
and even get different parts of the back. And up higher like this.
Definitely a different feel on this stretch, more aggressive.
A lot of people like it, though.
Yep.
So, all right, got my diaper away.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to move to standing extension, or seated. We're going to go do a seated hallelujah stretch, Brad.
Yep. We'll pull a chair over.
All right, this again is a stretch for the mid-back, okay? And we call it the hallelujah stretch. You're going to see in just a second why that is. Now, ideally, you're going to have a chair that hits you kind of a little bit below the shoulder blades. This is a little bit high for me.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not bad.
Yeah. And for me, it would be way too high.
For you, it would be way too high. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, hallelujah. Pressure on.
I never say that. I just do it.
I say it. Hallelujah. Why not? And you can actually put your hands like this, too, if you don't want to draw as much attention to you. But this is a good one to do, you know, in the office.
Yeah, I can see people in the office.
Hallelujah. It's a great stretch for the mid-back, though. If you're having, you know, even sometimes that knots in your,
when you're sitting at a computer, all hunched over, not thinking about it.
Right now, I want to hear some people out in the viewer land. Hallelujah.
Oh yeah. We better do the next one, Bob.
We better keep going. Okay.
3 to 5 reps on that is usually pretty good.
I think we can skip the hamstring.
Yeah, let's stay with the
Let's
back.
go to a standing extension.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that one.
Okay.
So this is a great one. Yeah, Milani, I'm a tall guy here. Throughout the day, you know, if you're getting some pain, especially right after you maybe have done a lift and you've gone like this, it's great to counteract that and take your body in the other direction. So you're just going to put your hands here on the pelvis and you're going to bend back like this.
Yep. This is good too if you've been sitting for a long time, especially with sitting with poor posture. You get out of a car for a long drive.
I was just going to say, getting out of a car. Some people put a little pressure on this by going up against the countertop, Brad.
Yep. Right here.
And they
I'm limited by this, but then I'll do this with older people that may have some balance issues.
Exactly.
And assures they won't tip over.
This one works great with elderly.
Yeah.
And they can't lay flat very easily.
Yep.
And so the other alternative is to actually take a belt like this. And there's a couple ways you can do this. One, you can just go like this and lean back. But another one is you can actually work different segments of the back.
Right.
You're going to start with your arms at a right angle like this. Brad's going to point that out.
Yeah, so right here, keeping it at an angle, go ahead.
And then I'm going to pull up like this.
Yeah, the force goes up and that. And the belt just went up an inch or two in the low back. And you just go up about a level, which would be about an inch, maybe 2 inches, depending how big you are.
And you can just kind of work it a little bit when it's even in this position now. This really puts a lot of pressure on your back, but for a lot of people, they really like it.
Right. These should feel good. If you get pain with this, stop.
No pain. Let's make that very clear.
Yep.
I want to show Brad kind of a more advanced one.
Sure.
This is a rotation. These are more for probably sports. This is the one I do for golf. Let's talk about that one first. You take your golf club, Brad.
Ooh, 4.
And
Be careful,
what you're going
Bob.
to do is, with really good posture, you're going to start just working your rotations like this. And you can do this with a baseball bat or a softball bat too.
Sure.
This would be a great warm-up for that.
You could use a cane.
Yep. But if you're going to, right before you're going to play softball, this is a great one to do. And then I even do a little bit of this, Brad. I give a little bit of overpressure.
Sure, yep.
And a little overpressure.
Yep.
But really, I don't want you bad posture doing this.
Exactly.
You really want to be in excellent,
Good
great,
point.
straight posture.
I can see for golf, that would be outstanding.
Yep. And this is one I just saw on the Golf Channel for advanced. If you want to work on keeping your rotations during the winter, and you're not able to out and play golf, you're going to get into a quadruped position here. That means 4, right, Brad?
Right.
And you're going to just lift up like this. And now I'm stretching and strengthening a little bit. Lift up, and I'm working the thoracic rotation, and I'm stretching, and I'm also strengthening a little bit.
Getting a little core exercise too there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not aggressive, but more than standing.
So repetitions on this, Brad, with all these, I'd say 10, wouldn't you say?
Right, yep, usually 10, depending on how it feels. If it feels real good, you can do more. If you don't have enough time, do 3 or 4. It's better than doing none.
That's right. And if you haven't watched us before, we always want to make sure that we can fix just about anything.
You better believe it, except for that.
Broken heart.
Yeah, that's right up here. Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching.